Welcome everyone, namaste. A beautiful December morning in Wisconsin. Who knew that December would be so beautiful for us with all of this sunshine and warmer air? I'm just really enjoying it, and I hope that you are too. Getting out in nature and helping your bodies to breathe in fresh air without a mask whenever you can. It's a good idea. So come into a comfortable and supported seat, but sit however you choose. That's very important. Okay, kiss my hands. And I'm going to offer you a mudra today. It's a very powerful mudra. It's called Danda Swasya, and it is said to be the mudra for healthy back. Would anyone benefit from that? Yes. And so on your right hand, you take the middle finger and the little finger to the thumb. So it's a little awkward, right? It feels a little awkward, and it looks like we could do shadow puppets with it. So the middle finger to the thumb. Wait a minute, I'm sorry. It's the index and the ring finger. Correct, index and ring finger. And then the other two fingers are out. We rest that palm up. On the other hand, we take the index finger and curl it into the base of the thumb. And then we let the tip of the thumb touch right by the knuckle. Okay? And then we just turn both of the palms up. Okay? Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Maybe tuck the chin slightly as you lift your crown. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Take a complete exhale out the mouth. And let's take another cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose, fill your lungs. Pause with the breath in for just a couple of counts. Exhale through the mouth, let it go. One more time. See if this breath can be longer and deeper and more complete. Fill your lungs. Inhale. Pause with the breath in as long as it feels comfortable for you. So we'll be doing it at different lengths. As soon as it begins to feel not quite so comfortable, let it come out the mouth slowly, mindfully, and then pull the navel in at the very bottom. Release the navel and let your body soften. Move the jaws around a little bit, inviting any tension in the jaws to release. And then keep some space between the layers of teeth, maybe the lips. Just let gravity take that bottom jaw just slightly. And settle into your seat. Welcome yourself into your practice. Invite yourself into yourself. Just begin to notice how your body's breathing this morning. Making that connection as that nourishment, the life force moves in, and the body sends away what's no longer needed. Just making that connection. Holding your mudra. This mudra is for healthy back, and it says it also helps to bring circulation along the spine. More blood flow, perhaps, getting more energy, more prana moving along the spine, the back body. If you have any pain or tension anywhere along the back body, maybe let your awareness move there, and as you sit with your breath, just breathe into it, not dwelling in the negative of the pain, but embracing the positive and inviting it to subside, to open up, to release. Just being with the breath, being with your body. One of the simplest and most effective things we can do for stress and in stressful times is to just sit with our breath, to acknowledge our breath, to invite the mind to be with the breath. Can you detect the qualities of your breath? Is the breath quiet, even, slow, consistent? Just notice. There might be pauses or bumps, and that's okay. As we sit for a few more rounds of breath, that might even out. The mind strays away, call it back with the breath. Give your mind the focus of your breath, or that area of your back body that needs a little more healing. Just notice the state of your mind. Be aware of the taste in your mouth. Sometimes there's just a taste of an emotion. If you don't know what that means, sometimes if there's just sort of a sweetness or neutral taste in the mouth, probably not feeling a lot of stress, feeling more comfortable. If there's like a sharp, pungent, or metallic taste that's not coming from food, then it might indicate that you're under high stress. So let's aim to find sweetness. If it's not there now, hopefully it will be there during or after practice. Continue to hold this mudra for healthy back, for circulation along the spine. And today we are going to do some humming. And the humming works very similar to the way a mantra works. It's going to help produce vibrations. And vibrations in the body are prana, and that will help move energy through the body. Humming is also very calming to the mind. So I will invite you to inhale through the nose and then hum. When your hum is finished, inhale and hum again. We'll take several of these, so just really enjoy and feel the vibrations perhaps in your throat, in your lips, maybe even in your teeth. Let's begin. Inhale through the nose and begin your humming. Finish, inhale and begin again. Just continuing. Take two more complete rounds. Finish with your last humming, just sit with yourself. What effects did that have within you? Notice the state of your mind. Has there been a shift in the taste in the mouth? Can you feel some energy, maybe very subtle energy, moving from the heart through the throat, maybe all the way up to the head? The lips and teeth might feel more vibrant. Just notice, just be in your own experience. And if you like, bring an intention in for your practice today. Something for yourself or something for someone else in need. And let's take another cleansing breath. Inhale long and deep through the nose. This time tuck the chin to the chest. Exhale through the mouth slowly, mindfully. And let's hold the chin there. You can release your mudra, wiggling into the joints of the fingers. And then just set your palms down, just on your legs somewhere. Pull the shoulders, let them ease away from the ears, chin to chest, and just connect with what you feel in the back of the neck. We're offering all these muscles in the back of the neck to find some release. Let go of their tension. You might wiggle the jaws a little bit while you're here. Just a few more rounds of breath. When you inhale, you can bring your head up to center. And let's rub the palms together. Rub them together until you feel some warmth, moving energy to feel warmth. Cup them over your eyes. Blink your eyes fast. And then let your eyes stay open in that warmth of your own energy. Slide the palms down from a prayer through your heart center and all the way down. I'm going to move so you can see me a little better. We're going to sit for a little longer, so if you need to change how you're sitting, please do that. You can sit however you're comfortable, maybe on the edge of a blanket so your hips are coming forward. We're going to work on shoulder release today, releasing tension in the shoulders. So let's begin by inhaling the arms up, turning the palms up. And then we're going to mindfully just turn and rotate back. Palms go back, thumbs go back, and be mindful. And then slowly rotate forward. Stay grounded in your sit bones. Navel pulls in just ever so slightly. Just sort of lubricating these joints around here, getting a little bit into the fascia, the tissues around the shoulders, and the shoulder blades. Good. Now let's let the left hand come down and reach the right palm so it faces forward. We're going to bring that across the body, keep the shoulder down, and then between the shoulder and the elbow, gently guide that in. Roll that shoulder up, back, and down so the shoulders are even. And then just give some guidance here. Just again, getting a little deeper into the tissues around the back of the shoulders, the deltoids. Keep the jaws relaxed. Now, my philosophy in Restore is that we open. We find some opening in the body, and then the body is more receptive to restore and hold in the deep, long hold practices. Notice what you feel here. Maybe you don't feel a lot. Maybe you feel a lot. We're all different, so honor where you are. Let's release that arm, just stretch it out, and release it down. Inhale the left arm up, palm facing forward, and really stretch here first, but keep the shoulder blade in its socket. And bring it across the body, between the shoulder and the elbow. Roll that shoulder up, back, and down, and then give some guidance here. Does this side feel different? It may well. We live in our body. We usually have a dominant arm and hand and leg that we use, probably not even aware of it. So one side usually feels very different than the other. Just continue to guide that in, keeping the shoulders as even as possible, jaws relaxed. Let's take a cleansing breath. Inhale, exhale through the nose. Let this cleansing breath be one of your tools. It invites calm in the nervous system. So release the arm, stretch it out, and release it down. Let's roll the shoulders up, forward, and down. Big circles. It might feel awkward. Getting a little deeper into all that fascia, oiling, lubricating up the joints. We all need that, especially this time of year. And now take it the opposite way, up, back, and around. As big as you can. Anyone hearing any popping or releasing what we call vata, like excess wind in the joints? Could be lactic acid, could be your bones rubbing on each other. We're all different, so honor whatever you find. Good. Inhale the shoulders to the chest and hold the tension. You might feel tension here. Scrunch the face like your face is a fist. Squeeze the eyes, squeeze the mouth, squeeze the nose, squeeze everything in. Squeeze a little harder, and release. Let it all go. That probably felt good. Okay. Let's come on to hands and knees. We're going to take some very gentle movement. If you'd like to put your blanket out on your mat for extra padding, of course, please do that. And before we begin this, I'd like to just offer you this. You know, sometimes when we come into these sort of common practices that we do in many of our yoga classes, it becomes rote. We just do it. But today, I'd like you to do it with really dedicated mindfulness. And we're going to be lifting our arm and bringing it down. I'd like you to do it with real intention, slowly, mindfully, like we're moving through water. So think of that resistance of the water as we come into this practice. So first of all, making sure your body is well aligned, all of the joints of the arms lined up, the knees under the hips, all the fingers are pointing forward. And feel comfortable here. Make sure you're not directly on a kneecap. So we're going to begin with some gentle openings and twists. So gaze at your right hand, and then as if you're moving through water, use a full inhale to slowly and mindfully lift that arm up, gazing up at the fingers if that's available to you. And then on the exhale, have a slow movement down like it's coming through water, and thread underneath but stay above the floor. Look over at your right hand. Really reaching, getting deep into the shoulder blades. Go ahead and inhale. Raise that arm up slowly, mindfully, like you're lifting through water. Gaze up if you can. And again, we'll thread through on the exhale. Really reaching, keep the hips square. Let your gaze go into that right hand. One more time, we're going to lift and open. Feel the twist. Slowly and mindfully, this time we're threading all the way through. Coming onto the side of your body, onto the side of your neck, maybe coming onto a bolster or a prop here. Extend your left hand forward and come onto your fingertips. Lift the palm so you get deep under the armpits, stimulating lymph nodes, and just really getting deep into the shoulder. There's a little bit of twist here in the body. Just breathe into it. Connect with what you're feeling. Where is the body trying to release and open here? Make sure the jaws are relaxed. Let's just take a few more breaths here. Slide that left palm right in front of your chest. Press in, inhale, come all the way up like that hand is swimming through water. Reach up and slowly let it float down, coming back to your tabletop. And just take a moment to notice how maybe that felt different than just automatically doing this process, right? Really connecting with the body. So make sure your alignment is in order, and we'll do the other side. Gaze over at your left hand, slowly and mindfully inhale all the way to lift and open. Feel the stretch in your side body. All the way in your exhale, slowly and mindfully, we're going to reach, but we're not going to come to the floor yet. And again, inhale with your own breath, slowly, gazing up if that's good for your neck, getting a stretch. And slowly, like it's floating through water, there's some resistance. Threading through, reaching, keeping the hips square. One more time, inhale, slowly, mindfully, reach, stretch. And when you're ready, slowly let it come down. Coming all the way down this time on the side of the shoulder, the side of the head. Maybe you're on your bolster or a blanket. Be kind to yourself. This time we extend the right fingers forward, and we want to reach as far as we can, but keep that right shoulder blade in its socket. Stay on the fingertips, but lift the palm. Maybe connect with those lymph nodes right along the armpit, reminding your immune system, do your job. Move those toxins out of my body. Keep me healthy and strong. Jaws are relaxed. Just breathe into this twist, the shoulder opener, a little bit of a heart opener going on here. Now let your right palm come down, bring it next to your chest, press in so there's nice resistance. Let that left arm on an inhale glide all the way back up again. And on your exhale, let it come all the way back down. Coming back to tabletop. And just take an opportunity here to find movement in your body. Anything goes, but be kind and gentle. Maybe a hip and shoulder, maybe a stretching out of your legs. We'll just take a few rounds of breath here so you can find what you might be needing this morning. There might be some gentle cow-cat movements. Find a little more movement, and then we're going to get set up for our first long hold pose. Maybe flutter out the lips. Good. Go ahead and finish up. Make sure you feel sort of balanced in the movements that you've done. And we're going to get set up for a restorative shoulder pose. We've done some opening and hopefully some clearing. So now you get to rest. So you'll need your bolster or whatever you're using for a bolster. And you can see that it goes horizontal, right at the top of your mat. I think several of you have done this with me. Your two blocks, or whatever you're using for blocks, will come out onto your mat the long way. And these blocks are going to support your shoulder blades. You might want to have a rolled blanket handy to go under your legs to make sure your low back is comfortable. So the key here is that this bolster or whatever you're using is about 4 inches higher than whatever you're using for blocks. We want the curve of our cervical spine, the curve of the neck, to go right over the bolster. So when you're ready, you can make your way there. And think of these blocks holding your shoulder blades. If you feel the very top of your shoulders should be just grazing the edge of the bolster. Your neck is comfortably over that loop of the bolster. And then you might have a rolled blanket under your knees. Maybe there's a weight across the low hips. And then rotate the shoulders open. Let your arms be about 45 degrees. So if your arms were out in a T, bring them in halfway toward your body. Palms are up. Let your legs, your feet just come out to the sides. Make sure you're comfortable. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Close the eyes and just sink into this restorative shoulder pose. Inviting your weight to just sink into the earth. Inviting your body to be soft. You know that your body is supported, you're safe. Let the jaws relax. And just allow your body to breathe as it chooses. We'll be here for several minutes. I'll keep track of the time. Just settle into yourself. Perhaps giving your mind a tool. Maybe that's the breath. Maybe it's a healthy mantra. It could just be saying something positive to yourself. My body is strong and healthy. There's the grounding sound of gum, G-U-M. Maybe you hear that resonating through your mind. Whatever it is, just embrace your pose. Relax into it. Plenty of time here. In your body you can release. Releasing some weight, releasing some gripping or tension. You take a scan of your body and just ask your body, where can you let go? Best you can to just stay in the moment. Don't think about how long you'll be in the pose or when you're coming out. Just enjoy being where you are. Plenty of time. Allow your body to rest. That's how we restore our energy. We release and we rest. begins to wander, call it back. Use any tool that resonates with you. Mantra, connecting with the breath, envisioning a place what truly brings you peace, perhaps a place in nature or in your home. Just do the best you can to stay in the moment. Going to stay into the pose for a few more rounds of breath. At this point, I'll invite you to find any point along the shoulders, maybe along that GHC joint where the arm connects to the shoulder girdle. Maybe it's the top of the shoulders or even the base of the neck. Maybe it's along the shoulder blades. Wherever you may have been feeling some tension this morning, and let your awareness go there. And begin to deepen your breath slightly. Breathing in through the nose and exhaling through the nose, like you're soothing that area of tightness or discomfort. Just breathing into whatever is there that's causing you some discomfort and inviting it to leave. Intending the breath to soothe it away. Just holding your awareness there. Breathing into it. And if you're fortunate enough to not have anywhere in that area, just connect with your breath. Coming into a deeper, longer breath, more of a diaphragmatic breath. We'll take a few more rounds of breath here. Just let your body return to how it chooses to breathe. Notice the state of your mouth. Has the taste shifted or changed? Just notice. If you have anything over your eyes or across your hips, go ahead and remove those. And then invite your feet, the soles of the feet, to the mat so the knees are up toward the ceiling. Remembering that your shoulders are on blocks, gently roll off to one side, coming all the way off from your props, all the way into fetal position on one side. You might extend that bottom arm to rest your head. Good, and then bring the palm of your top hand down to your chest, press into the floor, and take a long inhale as you mindfully come back up to a seat. Oh, did that feel good? It's soothing on your shoulders. It also helps to encourage that natural curve that we're supposed to have right here in the cervical spine. Sometimes as we age, those vertebrae begin to fuse and it can cause some real uncomfortableness. So if you feel a little uncomfortable now, it might have been that stretching, but in the long run, it hopefully should be healthy for you. It's one of my favorite restorative poses, so I hope you enjoyed it. So just coming into a seat, however you choose to sit. Lifting your hips will just be maybe a few minutes here. Hands down by your hips. And let's inhale the arms up and out from the shoulders. On your exhale, feel like you're scooping up all this positive energy and bring it into your heart center. Now inhale, raise the arms, keep the shoulder blades down, turn your palms out, and imagine as they slowly flow down, you're surrounding yourself with this positive aura, this healing light or energy, if you will. Inhale up and out from the shoulders. Exhale, scoop it in, pull what you need into your heart center. Inhale to lift, stay grounded in your seat, shoulder blades down, palms turn out so you can surround yourself. Good. And one more time, inhale, reach the arms out from the shoulders. Pull in, think of pulling in what you need. Inhale to lift, turn the palms out, and just let them float down. Good. We're going to inhale the arms all the way overhead now. Shoulder blades are down. On your exhale, take a gentle twist to the left. So let your right hand come right on top of the left knee. Let your left arm come long behind you and stay on your fingertips. Turn your head over your left shoulder. Roll the shoulder up, back, and down. And keep as tall of a torso as you can. So a slight tilt of the chin and a lengthening of the crown. And just breathe into the shoulders, breathe into the heart center, relax the jaws. Twists also help prana to move along the spine, just like our mudra earlier. And now keep your body in the twist, but turn your head over the opposite shoulder. Getting a little stretch in that cervical spine, maybe releasing some tension if the last pose created that. Keep the jaws relaxed. Let's inhale the arms up overhead, come back to center. And now find your twist on the right. Slowly, mindfully, gazing over that right shoulder. Both shoulders stay down, but let's roll the right shoulder up, back, and down, really opening up. Staying on the fingertips, and then gazing over your right shoulder. Stay grounded in your seat. Find that length in the spine. That happens by just a tiny, tiny tilt to the chin as you lift your crown. Maybe move the jaws around, relax the jaws. Where do you feel this twist? Can you feel the shoulder blades coming closer to each other as the front of the heart opens? Now move your head, the chin comes over the left shoulder. Keep the head neutral, keep the length of the spine, and just notice what you feel in the cervical spine, the neck. Again, you might feel some release trying to happen, so invite that to happen. A few more breaths here. Inhale the arms up and overhead. Turn the palms out and just exhale the arms, let them float down. Good. Let's get ready for our next long hold pose. This time it's going to be stag twist, and I'm thinking many of you also know this pose. It's both a yin pose and a restorative pose. So this time you can move your bolster the long way on your mat. You might have blocks along the side of the bolster in the event you want to rest your arms. This time, start with the left hip and bring your left hip right up against the bolster. Your legs come into what we call a stag or a Z pose. So the legs are out to the right, and if you gaze at them, they look like a stag or a deer running through the forest. And be kind to your body. If your left foot doesn't come all the way to that thigh, make that space wider. If one sit bone is lifted, take a towel or a blanket and put it under that sit bone. So the sit bones are nice and even. Inhale the left arm, the one that's by your bolster, and then bow your body toward the bolster. Press deep into that left sit bone. Let your right hand just rest down. Gaze up to the inside of your arm or your wrist if that's available. And just think of all these lymph nodes and all these little muscles opening up, finding some release of maybe tension in the body. Then inhale to lift up. And as you turn your body, you're coming into a twist over your bolster. So you might have your left ear down. It might be your right ear down. For those of you who don't feel comfortable with an ear down, use a blanket or a towel and then let your forehead rest. Your arms should be resting at the sides, and maybe they're on blocks, or maybe they're just really splayed out to the sides. Your arms aren't here to hold you, they're here to rest. Make sure that one foot is not under your leg. Everything should be out and separate so there's no chance of that falling asleep. Take a breath in through the nose. And on your exhale, sink a little deeper. Let all of your weight sink into your props. Like you're just sinking into the earth in a really healthy, welcoming sort of way. Those of you who are laying on one of your sides, make sure your jaws are relaxed. Well, everyone should have relaxed jaws. Think of the back body, the shoulder blades going wide apart. Making sure you're comfortable and then settling in. Be here for a few minutes. And giving your mind a tool so you can stay and rest. This is such a multitasking pose, so many benefits, but I'll just let your mind rest now. Sink in, release your weight. Let the bones be heavy. Think of your organs and your tissues just being there, providing weight, drawing you closer to the earth. Just a reminder, if your forehead is down, to tuck the chin in so you stretch the back of the neck. If you're on your side, then you're stretching the side of your neck. Benefit either way. Just embrace where you are. Just ask yourself if you can release anything else, some weight, some emotional baggage you might be holding on to that's not serving you. What can you release? So I'm going to invite you into a slow transition. So if your head is turned to one side, use an inhale to lift your head And then bring your forehead to your bolster. We just want to lengthen and line up the spine before we move. We'll all just take a few breaths here. And then find your palms and have them planted on your mat. Slide them underneath your shoulders as best you can. And this time press into both hands. Inhale and come all the way up to sit. So those of you who had one side turned, it might feel a little uncomfortable. So for that reason, we're going to go into the other side right away. So what you can do is just move your body, or you can move your bolster to the other side. So this time we'll be bringing the right hip right alongside the bolster. Coming into the stag or Z pose with the legs. And again, this side might be different, so if you feel a lift in one of the sit bones, take something underneath it so you can start out being balanced and even. So take your right arm, the one closest to your bolster, lift it up, and then pull your body toward the bolster. Really again, pressing deep into that right sit bone, gazing up at the elbow or the wrist if available, stretching the neck, opening the front of the throat, opening up muscles, so many good things. And then inhale to lift and extend, and then come down into your twist. Either the opposite ear down or using something on your bolster to rest your forehead. Again, you might be using blocks or some supports under your arms. Just let the arms go nice and wide. They're not holding your weight. Your weight is all supported by your bolster and the earth. Relax the jaws. Take a breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, just imagine your whole physical being just sinking into the earth. Letting go, finding rest. Maybe even envisioning Mother Nature just hugging you. A warm, loving hug. And rest in your pose. You stay present for yourself? Is your mind wandering, or is it with you? Is it with your breath, or a tool that you're providing for it? Do your very best to stay nice and deep. rounds of breath here in your stag twist. Really find what you need from this pose. Embrace the shape of your body and just absorb what you need from it. Let's transition from the pose. If your head is turned, take an inhale to lift, and then let your forehead come down to rest. Tuck the chin in. Again, lining up the spine before we find movement out of the pose. Let your palms line up underneath the shoulders and the elbows as best you can, offering stability. Press in, inhale to come up. Release your stag legs. And let's just sit for a moment. Those of you who've had your neck turned, you might be feeling a little uncomfortableness. So we'll find some opening in the front and back of the neck. So sitting comfortably, let's lift the chin up. Think of lifting and opening the front of the throat. Not pulling the head back, but lifting. And then bring your bottom lip over the top. Really deeply stretching and opening the front of the neck, maybe energetically opening some of that throat chakra, that place of our communication, speaking our truth or not, how we speak it, really embracing this releasing of tension here. Breathing in and out through the nose, just mindfully. Release your bottom lip and slowly bring your head, your chin all the way into the chest. Pull the tops of the shoulders down and just really mindfully tuck your chin and open up the back of the neck. So if you've had your head turned in your stag twist, this will be an evening time. You've stretched the sides and you now are stretching the front and the back. And those of you who had your forehead down, no worries, you're still getting some really good opening here in both the front and the back. Just a few more breaths here. And then inhale your head back up to center. And we have time for one more pose to finish practice. And as I often do, I'm going to offer you an inversion, a supported inversion. So if you're near a wall, you might choose to take legs up the wall. If you're not, and you choose to not do that, you can take your blocks on their highest level and set your bolster up at a really nice deep incline. And you might take a blanket or a towel and roll it up to put in your cervical spine. And then if you're using the bolster, you come really close and your legs can be elevated. And then of course you have to adjust the towel or blanket under your neck. So find where you'd like to be. If neither of these poses are calling you today, go into a pose that you know you can rest in, that you can really treat your body. But when we have our legs elevated above the heart, it can bring a little deeper relaxation. Again, rotating the shoulders so the palms are open. Let the arms be 45 degrees or even a little closer to your body. Again, take an inhale through the nose, and as you exhale, invite your whole being to settle in, finding the calm in your pose. Finding stillness, relaxing the jaws. And if you choose, you might call back your intention if you set one. Just planting Planting those seeds of intention are so important. And that can be a focus for your mind as well. Really, truly invite your body, your whole physical body, to rest. Let your mind have a focus so it can be less busy. That's restoring vital energy. Rest to restore. Letting go to welcome in that vital life sap. Been in this pose maybe a relatively short time, you still have the benefit. If you would like to stay longer, I'm going to invite you to do that. But if you'd like to come out of practice with me, then you can listen to my voice. Those of you who are coming out of practice with me, I'd like you to come back to that humming that we had at the beginning of class. So wherever you are, inhaling through the nose, and then taking 3 rounds of humming. Whenever you finish one hum, inhale through the nose and take another one. Now that you've sensed some prana moving through the heart and throat and the head, if your legs are up, bend them into your chest and come over into the fetal position. If you're in any other pose, I also invite you to come into the fetal position. Place the palm of your top arm on the floor. Press into it as you take a long inhale. Inhale all the way up to your seat. Coming back to a seat, inviting your hands to your heart, either opening the fingers wide or coming into Anjali Mudra. Just take a moment here to notice the state of your mind. Has it shifted? What's happening with the taste in the mouth? Is there more of a neutral or maybe a sweetness in the mouth? How is your body breathing? We release and rest to restore. Thank you for all of you that acknowledge that and have come to practice today. I am so honored to be able to guide you through practices with this beautiful perennial community. Thank you for being here. Stay safe and healthy and have a beautiful day. Namaste.